Welcome to Raven's Keep, where a bunch of friends come together every week to run, dodge, fight, and survive on our Daggerheart campaign adventure. Come along with us on this week's episode as we journey into perilous situations, unforgettable moments, and companionship that will last a lifetime. This is Raven's Keep. Upon your arrival at the town of Cape Row, you parked your horse and carriage near the city entrance. Made your way to the flight already begins. The Flight General's guardhouse to find Killian. Once you located the house, he took you to your quarters, where Deckard then made his way to scout out the assembly hall. Raska took to the rooftops while the rest of you settled in. While there was some intimidation with the guards, stopping a mugging, trying to save a houseplant. All in all, it was a relatively calm afternoon and subsequent evening. You rose to meet the day ahead. The next morning, with the assembly happening soon, your attendant Boone escorted you to the assembly hall. After an uncomfortable exchange with a brooding orc, who you later learned is General Caladan Kalal, head of the Raw Army, you took your places and waited for the assembly to begin. You heard from the Lariat King, Brexius Dortarian. As a reminder, the Lariat is the local government in Windrock. You also heard from your friend Killian about the security plans and from a Colossian priest. Once the priest invited the Furland you rescued up to the stage, Professor Kyoba seemed a bit nervous. A moment into his speech, a bloodied figure entered the room. The same Furland who was on the stage walks in, beaten and bound. The figure on the stage shows his true form and summons a chaos elemental to attack the assembly. After a battle breaks out, you all displayed your capabilities clearly and ultimately defeated your foes. You met Brexius' son, Tyrion, who was in awe of you all. You found a medallion on the body of the fanatic with a crest on it that none of you immediately recognized, except Deckard, who was transported to a horrific vision. Professor Kyoba offers some information on someone who might have more information on this medallion, a figure known as the Sun Shaman. At this moment, a soldier came running in to deliver a note that was anonymously given to him, stating that there will be a grand fireworks display of, quote, ancient winged beasts at the temple opening. It is at the base of that display you'll find the threat. With all of this, Kyoba is determined to figure out who his captors were and ensure they will not be attending the event. And if they are planning to attend the event, he aims to put a stop to it. Killian awaits your direction, as it is up to you which headings you want to take and which ones you want him to take on. Now, as you're taking some time to rest and heal, you all sit around the table at your house with Killian, Burke, and Kyoba to discuss steps going forward. Boone zips around, providing you all with cold refreshments and medical attention. And I will be starting a countdown, hopefully with the 10 facing up, maybe. You have 10 days until the event.
I'd like to fast forward 9 days from now.
Bubba, in his untimely death. 5 days later.
No. Oh, shit. Well, which one like y'all?
Roscoe's pregnant, what?
Can turtles do that?
I don't know.
You lay eggs, don't you?
It's definitely eggs.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen videos. The sea turtles.
I've seen those videos too.
They're so cool.
No.
Why did you remind me of that?
All right, sorry.
So,
On that note,
the table's yours. Is that what we're doing with it?
Bubba kind of just stares off blankly. His big bulbous eyes just blinking from time to time. Looking around at everybody. Thinking, are we in over our heads with all this?
Jillian, where's the Sun Shaman? Where can we find him again?
I'm afraid to say I do not know. In my time patrolling the skies, can't say I have spotted an individual with such a description. I have put out word for him, but I'm afraid I am at a loss for the Sun Shaman's whereabouts.
Lorinda, have you heard anything about the Sun Shaman before? I figured with your books and your writing and your research, you certainly would know something, right?
You can make a knowledge roll.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you brag about it enough. I hope you might know something about it.
Yep, I'm a nerd.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Shelby said, I believe him. He's spot on.
Is this a well-read situation? Little boy?
Sure. Yeah, you can add your experience. Spend a hope to add your experience.
No, the community.
Oh, yeah, that's people,
Yeah.
involving people, right?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
Nice.
There's one modifier there.
Um, 16 with hope.
Nice. Take that hope.
You need it, right?
I do.
It takes you a second, but you do recall in one of the books that you read more about not deities specifically, but deified figures across history that go down more as legend over time. You recall there's a figure that you read about that's you think you recall seeing the word sun shaman maybe, and you relay to the table that what you read was it's a very old figure who they say the legend is that he is taller than any man, and that his skin is described as the setting sun. In the illustration that accompanied the chapter you read involving him, the figure drawn wore a large feathered headdress, and his eyes glowed as golden as the sun itself. You remember reading that he was sought after for his wisdom, his guidance, strength, gentleness, and that he is more ancient than he looks.
Huh.
So he's kind of reddish orange with some purple streaks going along the sides there.
It's always golden hour for him, isn't it?
Some seagulls are going across.
But he's very photogenic.
Was that the information you were looking for?
It helps, thank you.
You're welcome.
We're just
What
looking
is it,
for
Mosey? That'll stand out.
You know, that kind of sounds like Sunny.
What?
You know him?
Well, I mean, I don't know about the Sun Shaman, but I know Sunny. He comes to Whisper Grove all the time. And we give him food and help him get to his island, and he's wonderful.
Oh. How often does he frequent Whisper Grove?
Oh, only when he needs supplies. So, like, you know, maybe once a month he'll come and he'll spend some time with us and he'll ask us a bunch of really cool questions and he'll say some really smart, wise things that I don't understand. And then he goes back home.
Yeah, this sounds like the exact person we're looking for. Good job.
Oh, thanks. I was helpful.
You get a gold star.
Mozzie, are you to tell us that you have come in contact with an ancient deified legend of a creature and didn't know it?
I mean, I've come in contact with Sunny.
Well, it's good a lead as any.
That's the only lead we've got.
It's less than 2 weeks to the event.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I want to go see Sunny, but don't we also need to kind of figure out who kidnapped the professor?
Sorry.
Well, the professor's in good custody right now, right? He's safe. As of this moment, I think he'd be alright, especially in town now. And we got Killian here looking out for him. I think it'll be alright. I'm all in favor of a road trip. Say I.
It's at this
Yar!
moment, you hear some footsteps coming from down the hall, and Kyoba, having just awoken from some rest and getting some medical treatment from Boone, enters the space, kind of leans against the wall. Safe here, but it's not me I'm worried about. The things that they were saying, if there's a chance that whoever these people are with are going to be at the temple opening, I have to find that out, and I have to put a stop to it.
What were they saying?
I heard them speaking about a new rise, and that the earth may quake. I was originally hired to consult with Lorien and Grammatican architects to draw up plans for the Colossian temples to be built abroad following the success of the opening. I assume the captors targeted me to have a way into the assembly, make their attack. And their treatment of me, no doubt, was to... Sorry. It's okay. To ultimately prevent more temple openings. Luckily, I was underestimated. Managed to chew through my bindings, and you can see, like, he has, like, cuts and scrapes and scarring on his wrists. And I managed to sneak past them, but just barely so. Unfortunately, I pretty quickly lost consciousness and was picked up with by some travelers. They brought me into the city until I was strong enough to come to the hall. Last thing I remember is seeing the city walls up ahead of me. Must have just been outside of the city. I could smell water. Not like river water, the ocean. Last thing I saw was a flock of white birds overhead flying east.
I think those are called seagulls.
Where you're from, probably so. But I think more importantly than that,
Don't you be starting that now.
For a professor, I would think you know that.
Accuracy is very important, I find.
Really just sounds like a bad omen to me.
quite. Well, once I'm fully healed, I will focus on my accuracy.
The Culted Veil on its own is a bad omen.
Oh yeah, well, that's two bad omens right there. It's probably, I mean, shoot.
I mean, birds are birds.
Not all birds.
This is an actual cult.
Sometimes birds are robot spies.
Y'all be rats.
I'm gonna look at Boone at that, and I'm gonna look like really closely, and then I'm gonna be real suspicious, and I'm gonna kind of just like move my water cup away
You just
from
see
him.
like one of his mechanical eyes just move to you. I'm not a bird.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I'll speak in your native language.
It is not any bird I have in my record. And he's like scanning his database. That does not... No, that does not match. Sorry.
You're not be in the right skies.
So, given that they're so bad, I mean, should we try to find them first since we're so close, or should we go find Sunny?
We going on the ocean?
I saw the city walls. I was not that far from Cape Row. Best I can figure. One moment. Sidebar. Hang on. Forgot to display something for you guys.
Would you rather explore close by?
Why do we need the sun shaman again?
We need the sun shaman.
He knows more information about the medallion.
Right.
The insignia.
Yes.
I wrote that down.
Yeah, good job, Brainiac. Finally coming in handy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
See what's on the Amazon Prime.
Oh, lovely.
The day I don't bring my glasses.
Cape Row.
Yeah.
So, Kyoba comes back with one of his scrolls and rolls it out on the table to show you nearby plans for a temple location.
Wow, those must be really special. Could almost hear the angels sing.
Within the countryside of Cytheria, between the cities, we have a spot picked out for one of the temples. Just to the east of Cape Row, there's a channel that comes in, feeds out into the ocean. I suspect somewhere there is where I was held.
Did you see, or did you have any other weird smells besides the seawater?
My own blood.
Charming.
Other than that, rot. A little bit of rot. And
Rawtel.
structural. I don't remember what the place looked like that I was held in, but it certainly wasn't a nice place.
It's because they weren't using cedar. Everyone knows if you're going to build by a bog, you need to use cedar. It'll hold up in the elements. They must have been using some kind of soft wood, like a maple or a...
Surprisingly intellectual, my friend.
poplar even. Oh,
Or
shit.
cherry.
Cherry's pretty hard.
Cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry's pretty hard.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to a cherry. They're not very nice.
What are they Are they little tarts?
Oh, very. Very saucy.
You all know a lot
And
about
seafood.
trees.
Well, I grew up around them, so I kind of know my way around some
Well,
wood.
when we're not doing this, would you mind if I pick your brain?
I would actually.
I would love
It's
to
not
talk trees
literal,
with you.
Bubba. It's, you know.
I can even talk to them for you if you'd like.
Yeah, if you want to find out more about plants, talk to the plant. Because the face don't want to listen. Come on now.
So ahead of its time.
Oh, was that a joke?
Anyways, so we got two directions we can go. Either we can venture east and see if we can find the people who kidnapped Kyoba, my man, Blue Man, or we can head out to where you think where you from again, Miles? You said what?
Oh, I'm from Whisper Grove.
Whisper Grove. Yeah, what she said. How far away is that from here?
Oh, a few days.
On a boat?
Well, I suppose.
No.
Oh.
You should probably check out the direction you think he came from.
If
Actually,
Well,
we could
hold-
go on a boat if you wanted.
Yeah,
to.
hold on a second. That might make a little bit of sense there, Shirley. You might be talking strategically
well,
for once.
if I might, before we start building another plan, we do have a horse and carriage we have to return.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We gotta get my money back. I can't go to Whisper Grove empty-handed.
We
I
have some-
don't think Stimson would ever forgive me.
We have some deposits on the line. I'd be happy to return the horse and carriage for you if you were to take way by boat up north. There's also the northern road through Thrill. It might save you about a half day's travel. Otherwise, we do have to return horse and carriage at a town called Lilywood.
Thanks, Burke.
You think
You are a valued member of this team.
Whichever I can do.
Yeah, you're a real team player. We appreciate that about you. If we head east, you see that little peninsula right there. There's water in there. We head east. That's the place we're supposed to go anyways to figure out some stuff. I think if we travel by boat, we could probably get to Whisper Grove quicker than if we were to travel on that road. Perchance. Nope.
I'm not so sure if I trust Burke to give us our money back, though.
And then she's gonna look at Burke and kind of like pat his arm, and then she's gonna look back and be like,
I mean, look at him.
Oh, right. Well, you can certainly trust me. I wouldn't want to come up against all of you.
I didn't say anything
And
about not
nothing
trusting.
be more trustworthy than a giant. Faithful and loyal to the end.
Thank you. Well, the only thing to consider, you can certainly take your boat. Do you know of more than one port in Silken Grass?
Well, we could always go to Sproutswell.
No, it's the only one I was aware of. It's slightly northern. Not to say that you couldn't make it in time. But the quest is up to you. We're just here to support. That's right. It's Killian.
You know, there's an odd number of us, which makes it the perfect number to vote on things.
Well, would we
You have a
rather
point.
try to find where these people came from, or should we find out about the medallion and then risk the people coming and attacking the city during the...
Right, that's what
Opening.
we're going to vote on. Decker.
Well,
Damn it.
I'm just trying to lay it out to you.
Right. So, all in
I'm
favor.
feeling tension in the air.
All in favor of finding Kyoba's kidnappers. Raise your hand. Leaves. Nubs. Sorry,
I've got a hand. It's just, just claws and stuff.
Okay. Well,
Ah.
it's just I don't like it. Raise your hand.
Decker raises his hand for the captors.
The captors.
Kyoba. For the captors.
Mozzie literally looks around and then she raises her leaves up.
All in favor of going on the road trip first? Raise your hand. Bubba's the only one to raise his hand for that.
Sorry.
All right.
No, when I see that nobody else raises their hand, I really quick go,
Birds of a feather stick together.
I resent that.
You should. I said it specifically because you were here.
Did you also resent it when he said white birds and not seagulls?
Oh, no. I hate seagulls.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
They're rats with wings.
Okay.
You're right about that.
Well, I guess it's decided then. It seems like we're. I guess we're gonna go hunt for Kyoba's captors in. Which takes us east anyways, and then we might be able to get a boat to go up north. So I guess everything might work itself out. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we really need the boat. We could do the journey
I
with our
could,
carriage.
I could meet you out east with the horse and carriage, or I could just take us on to Lilywood. It's up to you.
I honestly don't care how we get there, but did you see how excited Shelley was when he's like, maybe a boat?
I mean, there'd be a horse, and there'd be a boat. Horse, boat,
Well,
horse, boat.
I might point out that there isn't a harbor.
What
in
if
that
there
channel.
could be a horse boat?
Oh, that'd be disturbing.
Oh, like what if there's no boat in the channel for us to even take up there?
Oh, there might be boats, but
And
there's
horses.
not a harbor there. That's not to say that there might not be boats. It just depends on by what mean you're going to procure said
I
boat.
mean, your ship has an anchor, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Certainly.
Okay, we
Well,
don't need a
anchor.
port.
But his ship ain't here.
We have an anchor.
Your ship is currently occupying a space in Toidco. I could certainly try to send word to have it brought to the channel.
Ooh, I like that.
Trust?
Yes.
Either
We're
that,
gonna vote again? It seems like we're about to vote twice in a matter of 5 minutes.
either that, or I can take the horse and carriage east to meet you. It's up to you.
I'm not letting this. I don't like this thing. What is it? Parliament. What is that? I don't like it.
Parlay.
Well, I do think that Deckard brought up a good point, though. I mean, if these people had kidnapped the professor and they're still around, who's to say that they aren't going to attack? Or even if they leave, then we'll never know who actually did it.
Yeah, Deckard just wants to fight people, which
Not
is
true.
fine.
Not
Well,
true.
well,
I am trying to
listen.
save people from dying.
Which would also entail fighting someone.
Never, not necessarily. There have been times. There's been a time.
Attaboy.
There's been one
I
time
think I'm a one claw.
where I haven't had to solve anything with violence.
I don't think I've had to ever solve anything with violence.
Kyle was gonna kind of stagger toward the table. They did. And that's a fact. These people are not to be taken lightly.
See?
If I wasn't what I am, I would not have survived. I would greatly appreciate your help, but with it or not, I'm going.
All right, well, we already voted. We're gonna go find those people first. So,
Thank you. Whether or not they are there, we have to find something. We have to find something out.
all right,
This temple opening is too big.
all right. Well, I know how to get there. So everybody, follow me.
You always say that.
You're sure about that?
I got a inner compass, and it's always pointing directions that I think are the right direction.
Had plenty of compasses in my time, but not one with a arm.
Has it failed us yet? Have we gotten lost because I led us someplace?
Somehow, no.
Nobody human.
Gonna make a note of that.
Well, come on then. What do we need to do? Y'all get your stuff. Let's hit the road. We're wasting time.
I agree.
I don't actually have stuff, so I'm just ready to go. Let's go.
I just need to grab some light reading.
Oh my god.
One moment.
Roscoe pulls the lever and the cape slowly unfurls, and it's like,
Now I be ready.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, it is. Yes. Aye.
Right. So what are we doing with the horse and the carriage and the boat?
Just take it to Lilywood.
We'll put the
I
horse.
am talking about the horse and carriage.
We'll put the horse and carriage on the boat.
I don't think that they have a harbor in
Hmm.
Lilywood because they're too far away from the shore. Of course, we could also then drive the carriage. I mean, that's always an option.
How far is Whisper Grove from Lilywood?
That's about 2 days.
Day and a half.
Day and a half.
It's not to say that you couldn't extend your rent with the horse and carriage or just take it
I
from there
know,
on
but then
foot.
they're gonna take more of our money, and I already don't have any.
You could take the horse and carriage the northern road into Silken Grass and then return the horse and carriage coming out of Silken Grass through Lilywood.
Or we can just wait about and worry about all of that after we figure out who kidnapped the professor.
I think that's a great idea.
Or you deal with the horse and carriage. We're gonna go on a boat. And whatever you decide, Book, is the right thing.
I certainly offered to do that, and I didn't mind. So should I have somebody in tow to go bring your boat up?
Yeah.
Or are you going to procure a boat in the channel by means I do not want to know?
Nah, we're going. Shall it?
Let's ask the seaman.
Yar.
What?
What do you recommend, Rosca? This is your territory. Shall you...
I reckon we get the Crimson Shell Scar and go after Whisper Grove, onward and outward.
Right, it shall be done. I'll send a message south of Toygil and get your boat sent up to the channel.
Well,
I think we.
Unfortunately, there is no port there, so I will have to pay somebody extra to anchor off your boat and watch over it until you get there. but we can square up with that later.
Yeah, we can come into some money. It doesn't.
Oh yes, we can pillage some.
Yeah,
So,
boy,
wait.
that's the attitude I'm looking for. We'll be
Only from bad people, though.
GM question.
Yep.
So, was he talking like east from Cape Road to like by Laketon area? Or is he talking
No, if
like
you're
past
staring-
the shallows, like near closer to Tidegill?
If you're staring, are you asking about the channel? Where he's bringing the boat up?
No, I'm getting confused about where he was
Kidnapped.
kidnapped.
If you're looking at the map,
Yeah,
due east to Cape Road, there's that channel that cuts in.
that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Okay, so
That feeds out to the ocean. That's what.
okay, so we're not saying though that it's like closer to the Layton side or closer to Tidegill. It could be
No.
either of those things.
Where he was captured.
Yeah.
Well, before he lost consciousness, he saw the walls of the city to
So it would have to be on that side. Okay. I see.
west to his position. So he was east of the city. So he was near the channel.
Hey, girl.
So if you head out of the city and effectively head west.
Okay.
I know it's confusing, but if you're looking at the map, east position
Okay.
to Cape Road is where he was.
So he was essentially coming from the way the channel was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Like I said, follow me. I'm gonna get us there.
I will take care of the boat.
Yep.
Killian says, I'll take care of the skies.
Yep.
And we're going to be on the ground.
You all just take care of yourselves. And hopefully we'll all reach the opening event in Windrock in one piece, with a few less threats to worry about. Kyoba, he like kind of goes from like a hunched position, like stand up. Shall we go then?
Okay.
Yar.
Let's go.
Okay. So, real quick. So, we've already kind of established Burke's going to take care of the boat while driving the horse and carriage. To Lilywood. So he's returning. You're not doing anything with the horse and carriage. Just to
Yet.
make sure.
Because we're taking the ship,
Yep.
the sheriff's car.
He's going to return it
All
and
I
get
know
your
is
deposits.
he better give me my money back.
Right. Got it.
I gave a whole bag of gold to the shindig.
We'll be taking the booty.
Right.
On it.
Killian's gonna head to the skies, and Kyoba's coming with. So, as you head down the main road to the front gate of the city, Kyoba is noticeably like ever watchful of your immediate surroundings. That's where we're gonna take a break. We hope you're enjoying the adventure so far, as Mozzie, Deckard, Bubba, Clorinda, and Rosca face perilous odds on their journey, each one coming from their own rich pasts, carrying their own driven goals. Mozzie, traveling from the fantastical magical Whisper Grove, marches on bravely into a wider, larger world. Deckard, ever on the hunt for the next monster he can slash or shoot on his quest to rid Katra of its evils. Bubba, in a noble search for answers and solutions in an effort to bring an end to a dark reality. Clorinda, diving into the planet's deepest, most ancient knowledge in search of her own intellectual expansion, carrying secrets of a past shrouded in mystery. And Rosca, set to explore the lands beyond the seas in a quest to grow and prepare himself to once and for all be the captain of his own story. These brave companions bring their individual goals together to create a group capable far beyond the underestimation they often receive. Continue along with us across the continent of Cytheria on a path full of danger, wonder, and everything in between. You hear a voice coming from behind you.
It's you. It's you. It has to be you. My liege.
And you turn around and you see a short, pudgy fungal with a bulbous body and an oversized cap. He's holding a small sword. There's blood along the edge of the sword.
Oh.
And a single splattering of blood across his face. He has a bit of a crazy look in his eye. And he's just standing there bowing to you.
Sheldon?
So it is you. You knew me. As you called to me, you unlocked who I truly am.
I'm gonna like look at Bubba like, what do I do?
My liege, I devote myself to you.
Good man. You have the right idea in this circumstance. You have truly found the one true Mozzie. Bow as you grace her. As she graces you
of
with
course,
her presence.
my
You're
liege.
reading?
What else? I don't know. I'm just. This
I
is
don't know
new to
what
me.
I don't know what to do.
Just sit in the morning with us. Wow.
Oh, Sheldon, I am so glad you are here because we have a quest afoot.
Quest.
Yes,
My second one.
we have heard that there are some vicious. And Mozzie's gonna look around the group, and her eyes are gonna land on Rosca. Pirates afoot.
This one right now.
No, this one is a defector, and he is now with us. But there are others that are out there, and they've been touched with a curse, a dreaded curse.
Curse.
Yeah. And we need somebody actually, and I'm so glad we found you because I know I can trust you. I need somebody to go and be in Tidegill and make sure that the people of Tidegill are safe.
Protect them with my undying soul.
Mozzie's just gonna like touch,
my-
like high five the sword almost.
my liege, before you go, there was someone trying to overprice turnips.
Oh.
It was a form of theft, an offense punishable by loss of right hand. I offer it to you.
Oh,
As
wow.
a symbol of my undying devotion.
That's a hand.
Wow. Is there anything good on the hand?
Let's
There-
loot that.
Like,
What the heck?
is there like
Let's loot that hand. Loot the hand. Loot the hand. Rings.
There's a gold pinky ring.
Hey, pimp.
Magical power.
Mozzie just like gently lifts the pinky ring and hides it in her vines, and just then takes the hand and kind of gestures and bows towards him like thankful.
You see value in all things.
Yeah,
Just like
absolutely. Absolutely. And listen, you are now on my network, so you can let me know if, you need help in Tidegale.
I will
Or if you see anything suspicious.
I will have a keen eye.
I believe that.
All right, but let me interrupt. There's a checklist on what we think suspicious is, though, right? You can't just call for any willy-nilly type of stuff. There's got to be certain things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right? There's specifics to this. You can't. Yeah.
Don't you worry, my fine flippered companion. We can communicate.
Yes. But he is right. We can't communicate all the time. We have to keep it the
I will
communication
not
open to us.
rest until I hear your voice whisper in my head.
That's not right.
Okay, in your head, in Sheldon's head, he hears, "At ease, soldier."
He just
And she's gonna take the hand and put it in her pot, so there's like the thumb is like hanging out of the lip. Of
Well,
the
this is
pot.
gonna give a thumbs up.
That's
Terminator 2.
that's what I'd hoped you'd do.
So this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna go to Tidegill, and then if you see somebody, especially a very sketchy looking pirate, come
With the black spot.
A black spot?
Oh,
black
that's right, the
spot.
black
Where's
spot.
the
Yes,
spot?
absolutely, the black spot. It's
Where should I look for the spot?
it's a curse. So if you
Everywhere.
find it on yourself, does he have like any spots on him?
There's like a spotted pattern on his cap, yeah, on top.
Is it black?
It's more of like a bluish green with white dots.
I'm gonna look at one of those spots and I'm gonna point to it real quick and I'm gonna go, "Oh no!"
Something on my
Oh,
head?
Sheldon, have you been to the docks lately?
The duck?
The docks.
I haven't been to the dock. Has it found its way inland?
I think so.
The city is
There's-
doomed.
There's a spot on your head.
Unless I can put a stop to it before it overtakes me.
Yes, which is why you need to go right now to Tidegill
and keep an eye out and only communicate to me if it's something very important, like somebody dying or somebody attacking somebody or things of that
Yes,
nature.
sir. I will reach out as soon as I can. Good luck on your quest,
Thank you, and good luck on yours. Be safe, my friend.
my fellow adventurers. And you hear from down the street, "Oi, that's him!" And you look and you see someone holding a stumped arm, and 3 or 4 soldiers come barreling past him toward
Mozzie starts
Sheldon.
covering the hand more with her soil in her pot and putting the thumb down, and it's like a tight fit. So she starts trying to put her root toes like over the hands.
Do not worry, my liege. I will protect you with my undying breath. Before I get on with my quest, I will deal with the problem at hand. How about thee? And he's going to turn and run the other way and lead them down the road. And you just see this pudgy little, 12-year-old fungal, short, round, with the sword just up in the air, and he's just, yeah! And he runs down the alley and out of you. And 3 or 4 soldiers come barreling past, followed by someone holding, a bloody stump of an arm, running behind them.
I'm gonna go, I'm so sorry.
Nobody hears you.
Seen some crazy things in my time. Wow.
I've traveled most of this planet.
I didn't know that naming him would cause such trouble.
No, I think this is
That was
a
your
good
first
thing.
mistake.
You do?
Yeah,
Yes.
we got ourselves a fall guy. Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
Exactly. This man will literally put his life on the line for you whenever we need it.
I don't know if I like that power though.
What, a meat shield or a fungi shield? I don't know.
I don't think that's. I don't agree that that's a good thing.
What if
Well.
he hurts somebody? Or what if he says that he did it because of me and then I get in trouble?
You won't get in trouble.
That's good. And then I'm gonna dig the hand deeper into my pocket.
Maybe a human will grow. Ow.
I don't think it works that way.
Ow.
Not
Start
in
to
my
feel some
experience.
movement in the dirt if you're potting. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna take out the pinky ring though. Maybe we could sell this though at least.
We can give it to Buck.
Oh, he'd love that.
I don't think it would fit.
Yeah, that's
Compensation.
Oh.
You could give it to his
Yeah, I knew
daughter.
that. I knew what you
Remember,
were
he
thinking.
has a daughter. I think he said.
Oh, Giant's kids are pretty big too. Maybe? No. I don't think it'll work.
Well, they could still sell it. There's money to be had, I'm sure.
So as you all head off to the city, as Sheldon leads the guards away, heading east, you can see up a ways is what looks off in the distance kind of like a little cliffside. And as you arrive to that area, looking around, you can see that it's apparent that there's a drop down to the water, as the surface of the land is elevated above water level. There's a bit of a cliffside drop down there. Could someone please check your instinct for me?
I can. No, or we can all do it.
You can
right?
also spend a hope to help if you got it.
I will.
But also, if
do
you want to,
you want us want one main person?
if you want to do a group instinct check, like you're all actively looking around, pick one person to lead it. Everybody makes an instinct roll.
Who has the highest
And-
instinct?
Not me.
I
Not
have a
me.
I have a +2.
I have 0.
Yeah, so you.
So me.
Mozzie's
I'll,
leading.
I'll
You
lead
can do it solo, or we can do it a group effort. The way to work is there's a DC for you to beat, right?
it. Okay.
Everybody can make an instinct roll. Whoever rolled above my DC adds a +1 bonus to your result. Everyone who rolled below the DC subtracts 1 to your result.
Oh.
Okay.
So if you want to do a group, you can, or it can just be Mozzie. It's up to you.
Kind of fun, really.
Yeah.
Everybody make an instinct roll.
All right, let's go.
DC.
Difficulty.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but like.
You know how DC goes.
I
You have to have it set for pretty much every roll.
11 with fear.
That's a
Oh, wait.
crit.
11, 12, 13. 13 with fear.
First crit.
12 with hope.
18 with fear.
Also 18 with fear.
And you critted.
Yep.
Wow, you all add a +1 to her
Nice.
roll. Who all rolled with fear? Fear. 3 fear.
Guys,
It's
Guys,
you get
wait,
one for everybody, or you just take the roll of hers because that's the one we're using.
That's a great question.
Fear go down, or I get a hope or something?
I'm gonna look that up for later, but for now, since I have so many, I'll take one for the roll.
All right.
I want to say it's for each person because you all are contributing, but
Yeah.
I'll look that up for later.
Okay.
So and what did you roll with? You rolled with fear.
I did a 13.
Okay.
+4.
+4.
13.
That's
plus
awesome.
4.
You got to beat a 15.
Yay, we did it.
So, as you're all kind of looking around, Mozzie, you're the first to notice. And as they kind of see you hone in on a spot, they all follow. You can kind of see that someone tried to cover up a path that bends down around and leads you down to the water.
I think this seems suspicious.
And as you look down to the water, you can see what looks like a very old, like, crumbling chapel. Small structure that sits down at the water's edge. You also see some people roaming around outside the chapel, setting up a campfire. At first glance, you don't feel that they appear to be a major threat. It's a small group of git and goblins.
I don't mean to sound biased, but I think that they could be something.
Like goblins.
They look like goblins to me.
Should we just pretend that we're just friendly?
You can definitely approach them, but goblins are dumb.
Why do we gotta pretend we're friendly? Look at us. We're the friendliest bunch of people you ever done seen.
That's a good point.
I mean, except for that guy. And Bubba just like looks over at Deckard.
Pish posh.
The campfire that they're setting up is about 15 to 20 feet away from the structure. It kind of looks like they just arrived into the area. They're setting up a fire for the evening. So they're not in the building that you can see from here. So it's up to you.
I mean, is it getting pretty dark outside?
This is a very sinister laugh.
Is the sun setting?
So the assembly was in the morning. And then you had the fight. You went to your house.
Mm-hmm.
You healed. Took a short rest. So yes, it is getting to be about sunset-ish, golden hour.
So there's a lot of shadows.
I'd say not yet. But you're
Okay.
getting there.
I have an idea. If the shadows come up, Raska, could you bamf into the house just long enough to place me in there? Because
I was just planning on dropping in there, but okay.
Great idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can take anyone with him.
I have a ability where I can hide in plain sight, and they will just think that I'm a plant in the house, and I can listen in and hear if these are the right ones, and if they are, I can put like a candle in the window or something and let you guys know.
Unfortunately, I can only bring myself. I can't exactly take more than one person with me.
Is there like any coverage before this place, or is it all just like openness and the shack?
As Mozzie and Raska are having this conversation, Bubba just starts walking towards the fire. Is it the people?
Down the path?
Yep.
Okay.
Just like, hey everybody! How y'all doing this fine evening? Look at that. Y'all got a beautiful campfire going on. Y'all starting to go sing some songs maybe here in a little bit?
I'm gonna go hit the house, and then I'm just gonna go, while he's like talking to him, I'm gonna just run into the house.
Okay.
You said the church was run down, right?
It's a very old, like, falling apart, crumbling... Did I just kick her?
Like a rotting...
I kicked something.
Yeah.
Like a
It's like
rotting
crumbling
church.
chapel. Small.
Okay.
Single room.
How far from the, like, there's the cliff,
Yep.
and down below, how far was that? You said like 10
Um,
feet? 20 feet?
It's further down than that, so it's probably closer to 30
Okay,
foot drop.
okay.
They all there's 3 goblins and 2 git, the
Yep.
fawn like creature. the gits kind of like retort a little bit and kind of like back up, whereas the goblins take a little bit more of an aggressive approach and just they stand up with their hand on their short sword.
Oh, hey now, gentlemen. Ain't no reason to start touching your weapons now. I'm just here for a friendly conversation.
Who are you then?
Well, pleasure to meet you, friend. My name's Bubba.
What you want?
What you want?
I just want to see what y'all are up to. It looks like y'all having a fun time out here. I love me a campfire, so I was just hoping maybe there's enough room around here for one more feller.
You ain't invited. Get stepping, flippers.
Well, listen, strangers to friends you haven't met yet. Come on now, we can all be friends here. I got some great stories. You think you love stories, don't you?
Give me a presence roll. And I believe
Slyborn.
you have Slyborn.
Advantage on rolls to negotiate the criminals, detect lies. Let's go. This is what I've been waiting for.
Slyborn, baby.
I just...
Roll well. I want to give
Sorry,
it to
guys.
you.
I really wanted to do this.
No, you're good.
I want to give it to you.
Good. No, you're good.
It's alright, I got advantage. That's better. Okay, that's 13. 18 with hope.
Nice.
Okay. 18?
Yep.
18.
Okay. Take that hope.
I'm just gonna leave that in there because I feel like I'm gonna be doing this a lot more.
The goblin who spoke to you kind of steps forward. Oh, I don't really think... And one of the git that kind of is like behind him kind of grabs him on the arm. Well, actually, boss, I kind of think that strength in numbers, it may not be such a bad idea to have someone else kind of join our crew if we need to if we need to kind of protect our investment here. We haven't even had time to really explore the place yet, so we really need the time to like keep people away. So maybe an extra blade wouldn't hurt so bad. And the goblin's like, "Oh, quiet down. Let me handle it."
Well, are y'all gonna let me hang out with you, or are you just gonna toss me off like some old sauce? Come on.
As you look around the campfire a little bit more, you can see some just like open bottles sitting around, and he loosens up.
Well, hey, why not? Come on over here. Now, but if you try anything, I'm going to have to stick you. But, ultimately, if you want to join us around the fire, come on over. Why not? You just fancy some rum?
Oh man, you speaking my language now. I love a good taste of that rum.
And he throws his arm around you, and the armor's kind of like digging into the back of your neck a little bit, and he like kind of ruffles you, and come on in over here. And he's got a spot for you right next to him on the campfire. And immediately as you take a seat, like all the goblins and the git, like on either side of you, surround.
This is a cozy spot y'all got here.
We pick up inside of the structure with Mozzie. So, first of all, what's your approach in getting there?
Okay, as soon as Bubba is like with them, I just scurry, and then I'll freeze. And then I'll scurry, and then I'll freeze.
little spotlight.
And then once I get through the door, I'm gonna listen out to hear if there's anybody else there.
Okay, give me a finesse roll.
Okay.
And I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Since
yeah,
they're focused on their new friend.
All right.
And they've been drinking a little.
Okay, that is a 10.
We gotta do the Crunk theme song while he's trying to hide
Okay.
it.
So 10 with hope.
Okay, take the hope.
That was with advantage?
Yeah.
Did you roll the
I
d6 for advantage?
rolled. Oh wait, I just rolled the same twice, but it was.
That's old advantage. That's heresy.
I'm sorry.
So wait, you roll. Wait.
What was your first roll?
My first roll was a 6, or excuse me, was a 10 with hope.
Okay, so
It
now
was a
roll.
9.
So roll a d6 then.
Okay. 3.
So 13.
13.
Sorry, I forgot.
So, that's okay. So, you make it down the path, no problem. You're kind of tiptoeing. Well, do you still have your pots on?
No, I probably left them with my friends.
With
or
who?
no, you know what? Actually, I left one with my friends. And I kept the other one so I could put my feet together and look like a plan.
Oh, okay, cool. Fair enough. Did you leave the one with the hand in it?
Yes.
Okay, with
That's-
who?
I left it with Clorinda.
Okay.
Because nothing says, ooh, interesting.
That's our new friendship
Like that.
bracelet.
Yeah,
For this
basically.
Who's got the pot with the hand?
So,
Don't worry, at some point it'll decompose.
so are you hopping at the moment with both feet in the
No, I'll run with like that
pot on one foot?
pot on one
Got
foot,
it, got it,
and
got it,
then
got it.
I'll when I stop, I put my other foot in there.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a finesse to this, okay?
You are heading down across the shoreline toward the building, and Bubba and his new friends are on your right side, about 10 to 15 feet away. The Gits are naturally more skittish than goblins. They're more afraid of things rather than goblins just facing them head on. One of the Git thinks he hears something, and he's did you guys hear that? I think someone's trying to get in on our score here. And he's gonna turn around to look around, just kind of like blindly looking around.
I would like to add a hope to my roll so I can use my experience of make like a leaf.
Okay, so the way we're gonna do that, I was hoping you would do that. You're gonna give me a presence roll. Spend a hope to add your experience to the presence roll.
Okay. Oh. Okay, that's a 20.
Ooh, very nice.
3. That's a 23.
Jeez.
With hope.
Y'all
I get my hope back.
take the hope.
It's all right because we're not fighting yet. That's why we're.
I know you're rolling so well.
Yet.
Just you wait. Because all this is gonna suck in a minute.
So as he's looking around, you can sense that he's kind of scanning and he's about to arrive to you, and you stop and freeze. Quickly stick your other foot into the pot, and you go Toy Story, and you just like
And close
perfect, perfect pot kind of thing, and you blend in with the greeneries around you. He doesn't even see you, and you continue on. What are the three of you doing? You're just watching this all unfold.
I'm still on top of the cliff.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
watching.
I'm just
Claire's
I'm
just holding her
I'm
pot.
just like watching Bubba. Yeah.
Like looking out for me in
Yes.
case something
Yes.
pops off.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
his blades are drawn. He's there.
yes,
He's
I am
waiting.
Overwatch.
Brenda holding Mozzie's pot actually crept up, like not close, but not that far away from where Bubba is, and is
Okay.
observing the
Okay.
behavior with a notebook in hand.
Okay.
You're writing with.
So with all this unfolding with Bubba and the campfire and Mozzie's heading toward the building, the Git's attention was taken off in the opposite direction of where the path is coming down. So you managed to kind of scurry down at the bottom of the path and situate yourself just kind of behind a tree trunk a little bit, just kind of creeping. And at the moment they don't notice you. So what brings you down here to the water?
Well, as you can see, I'm an amphibious creature, so I tend to love being in the water. I've had a long day of travel. I came out from the west, and I'm just dang near exhausted, so I thought I'd have myself a giddy old time, float around in some agua these days. What are y'all doing around here, though?
All right. Well, we've been looking around in some of the older structures around this area, all the ruins, and hoping that time has lost them to the great beyond.
Y'all some like archaeologists or something like that?
No. Unless you count foraging for gold.
Oh, y'all are gold diggers.
These old religious types, they used to take gold from their followers. So we're just hoping we can get a little score.
Hey, I don't knock that hustle, brother. You gotta do what you gotta do to get around. Trust me, I get that. Where I came from, there ain't nothing, right? You gotta make your own way. So, kudos to you for going out there and exploring. Have y'all gotten lucky before?
Well, we've hit a few scores now and then.
I know you have. Look at you, son of a gun. Look at you.
Gotta fund this operation somehow.
Oh, man. Well, hey, it seems like y'all got a pretty good posse in here. I mean, geez Louise, I I wouldn't mind getting on some of this action.
You notice as you say that, one of the other two goblins sitting across from you through the fire hasn't spoken yet, but has been holding his dagger into the flame and just watching the blade get red hot. And as you say that, he lifts it up and smoke comes off the tip of the blade, and he's looking at the blade and he goes, "Funny you should mention that. I think it'd be right swell if you join our little band here, but you you know what they say, commitment's everything, and you gotta show the mark." And you can see it almost looks like the shape of like a shark's fin or the edge of a blade burned onto the palm of his hand.
Branded.
So, what do you think then?
Well, that seems a little intense for my favor.
Well, if you're not ready.
Has everyone had to do this? Show of hands. If you've had to.
They all silently show.
1, 2, 3. Yep, y'all.
The
4.
leader,
Okay.
goblin that you've been talking to, pulls his armor down and shows the branding on his neck.
Yours is on your neck. What's up with that?
Right. That's a show of leadership in our circles.
Looks like someone did that to you unwillingly. Is that true? Did someone force that upon you? Is that why it's on your neck and everyone else got theirs on their hand?
Well, you see.
Please, I want you to be honest with me, brother. Come on. If I know what I'm going to get into, I need y'all to be honest with me so I feel like I can trust y'all.
I killed the man that did that. And it became a sign of my group.
Okay,
So,
well.
One man's pain is another man's plunder.
Well, how many of y'all are in total? Is there anybody else in this group that's not here with y'all that also has that brand? I mean, is this a big group that we're talking about? Like strength and numbers kind of thing?
Give me a presence roll.
Okay.
Also, can I hear this conversation while I'm in the church?
Have you reached the building yet?
Yeah, I would mean.
You definitely hear everything. And as you reach the building, you start to kind of lose like some of the specifics of what they're saying.
What's Kyoba doing?
He's with you guys up top.
Okay.
He has been watching
with us.
very diligently at these folks. He's careful.
He had no reaction to my hand. So
he almost lost his.
It's 15 with hope.
Okay. One of the gits take the hope. One of the gits speaks up. He's asking a lot of questions there, boss. I don't know if we should keep kind of spilling the beans here. If you know what I'm saying, boss. I just don't want to lose out on our score. We're not going to make it home if we don't score here. And the goblin's going to speak up. Quiet. I'll make the decisions around here. But my twitchy friend does bring up an interesting point. Sure are asking a lot of questions.
Well,
Curious mind is a dangerous door to
I'll
open.
be honest with you. I'm an inquisitive feller, right? As I said, where I came from, we ain't got a whole lot. All you got's your mind and the people who you're with. And we learn to trust each other as if our life depended on it. Right? So, I mean, that's what I bring to the table. If y'all don't want someone who you can trust and know who's going to be there for you time in, time out, that's fine. I can take my skills someplace else. But if y'all want someone who's got sticky fingers, good personality, I mean, I speak for myself, but I'm a good time. But if y'all don't want that, I understand. I'll take my talents to South Beach and I'll get on out of here.
The goblin with the heated blade across the fire says, I think the time is talking coming to an end. My blade is cooling down. Now are you in or are you out?
Do I hear that from inside the church?
You don't. They do.
Okay.
Kyoba's gonna stand up.
How about this? I got a proposition for you. And I want you to take this seriously. Let's call this a trial run. If y'all like what I can bring to the table, and if you think I'm going to be a benefit to y'all in the long run, let me work with y'all on figuring out what's inside of this church or whatever y'all are looking to do. And if it works, hey, and y'all want me in, I'll do it. But if you don't agree with my tactics or if y'all don't want me around, no hard feelings, and I'll make my way out.
I'm starting not to think that this was such a good idea bringing you in here. He's going to take a big swig of the bottle. Kyoba's going to stand up to you guys. I really think we should get down there. I don't like this. What do we do?
Can I fire a warning shot?
Sure. I would... You can.
Wait a second. Let me think about this.
You can kind of see that their body language has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
They're starting to get a little bit not quite as relaxed and chummy. And you saw all you could really see. I mean, you can hear what they're saying, but you saw him lift the red hot dagger out of the fire.
So the goblins are like straight below, right?
Yeah, ish. Like as you're looking down off the cliff, like you can see like there's the building, the water, and then them. And Clorinda's down here behind a tree.
And I have Roska take a swan dive right off the cliff, blades drawn, aiming for the goblins' heads.
That's your action.
Do it. And I'm definitely going to shoot.
All right.
So I will say this. But
Ooh.
You...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
He's got so much fear to play with.
Could I do a sneak attack?
Attaboy.
Yeah. And I'll say this, as you land down there, with the sound of the waves and them focusing on Bubba, I'll say as you land down there, now you do have to be hidden to do or they're focused on an ally.
Right.
In melee range.
Right.
I'll say you would be hidden when you arrive down there. So you'll stay hidden until like you get into their point of view or, you make an attack or whatever.
Can I attack them from the sky?
You absolutely can attack him from the sky. I will request... does your cutlass uses presence, right?
Yes. Small dagger takes finesse.
I'll request that the roll is just with do finesse rather than presence.
Okay.
So just do your primary weapon attack.
Okay.
But with finesse to see if you can do the jump of all the attack.
Got it. All right. All that bravado, that's gonna suck if it's a bad.
Roscoe's swan diving off the cliff to kill.
It was working, guys.
That's a crit.
Oh.
That's a crit again.
Okay. And you're gonna fire a warning shot.
No, I'm gonna just fire. I'm gonna shoot at one of them.
Shoot at them. All right.
I saw Roska jump into action. I was like, "Oh bugger."
Okay.
Remind me what the crit does. Do they give gain hope?
Gain a hope
and lose a stress.
Clear stress.
Okay.
And your primary weapon is a D8, right? Plus like 3 or something.
Yes.
So you get an automatic 8, and then roll your damage normally.
And then add the plus
2.
Plus it was a sneak attack.
Plus the 6.
Plus a D6 onto
1d6.
your... Is that onto your damage?
Yes.
So it's a D8 plus a D6 plus 2.
D8
plus 3.
Plus 3.
So okay.
Okay. Right, sorry.
We go through this every time.
Yeah,
we do.
It's a D8.
D8
plus 5.
Plus 5.
Actually, do this for me. Just roll a D8 and a D6.
Okay. That's a 9 altogether.
Plus 5 is 14.
14.
Plus
the 6.
Plus
with the D6.
The 3 and the 2 was the
5.
Oh,
right. So
that's the 5. So that's 14.
14.
Plus the full 8.
That's what I was looking for. That's the one I was forgetting. Plus 8 because you critted.
So
14.
22. Plus the D6.
Okay, so here's how this is going to work.
It's already major.
The D6 is already in your 8, right?
Yes,
you rolled the 8 and the 6.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
So we're using the minion mechanic.
Okay.
Each one of these fellas, well, I'll say this. For every 3 damage, you defeat an extra adversary. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15,
18,
21.
21, 7. Consider that many?
There's 5.
You just killed them all. I didn't need to do that.
They each have 1 hit point, but that's the minion mechanic. They're in numbers. Now, they do have a great ability
I'm
called
still
Group Attack, where they can all
quietly
attack
trying to
as
work.
one, but we don't get to use that tonight.
I'm so sorry.
You,
No, that's hilarious. That's awesome.
You
Do not
see-
apologize.
Swan dive, crit sneak attack
Yeah.
on a group of minion goblins.
so OP right now.
Murder them all.
So all you
Honestly,
hear.
this
so-
feels
so
just
Bubba-
like your character too.
It does.
So Bubba's just like sitting there trying to plead his case, right? Like, listen, boys, we don't need to go on. We don't need to go into all this like hearsay. I don't need to get branded for y'all to trust me. I think everything's gonna be.
And a split second later comes the. It all happens so fast.
And he's like, got him!
Just fires into the water.
Yeah.
And they all just in pieces, like at the beginning of Ghost Ship, if you guys have seen that movie.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, dude.
They all just like fall over dead, and a head rolls into the fire, and it's a whole bloody thing. And all you see shining in the moonlight, or the setting sun, is Roska's cape flowing in the breeze.
Dang, Shelly, where the hell'd you come from?
You
I
close that
want
tab.
to believe that you are like it's like Pulp Fiction where they accidentally shoot the guy. They're just covered,
I'm
you're
just like got
covered in
blood splatter all over me.
Yeah, you're just sitting there still with your big buggy eyes, and you're just covered in blood.
Ribbit.
Careful, Bubba, you be in the splash zone.
By the gods. That was amazing.
Well, I'm glad that you guys came along. I don't think I would have been able to deal with them that quickly.
Guys, real quick. They got gold on them. Roscoe, check the pockets.
Get that booty.
Get that booty.
Give me an instinct roll,
Okay.
and you can spend a hope to add your get that booty experience if you like.
All right.
They said they've hit up a couple places before. They just try to look for gold, and they say they're
You're just hanging out as a building.
I'm in the church and
Sorry.
I'm looking to see if I find any clues.
Okay, hang tight.
And I hear a gunshot and I'm like, that's interesting.
Doesn't phase you at all.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head towards the church.
Darn.
So I'm
That would have
gonna
been great.
mention or think about how Kyoba said he was in a place of rot.
This is a 14 with fear.
Me.
I know.
That was gonna be. He's gonna spend a fear to dead group action on us.
They all zombify and come back.
Would have
to
been like
life.
the scene in Office Space with the printer.
Hey, what?
These guys were more hard off than they led you to believe. They really needed a score. Spread out among them, you find 1 gold each body, totaling a handful of gold.
That'd not be much.
So,
Well, they did say that they like to come to these old like churches because they'd make their patrons come in and give them money to the church. That's why they like to come here because sometimes there's gold buried if they're all decrepit like this.
Mozzie, as you're in there by yourself, go ahead and just give me a instinct roll.
So 17 with hope, or no, with fear. Excuse me.
Oh my, she's almost maxed out.
So as you look around the space,
Thanks.
there are a couple candles lit. They started to kind of prep the space to look around it. There are many symbols of faith scattered around. There's really nothing in this immediate front area. It's more of like an entryway hallway that opens at the back to at the back there is a door that is closed.
I go to open it.
is at this moment that Kyoba and Deckard come down the path. Do you want them to notice you lurking about? Do you join them? What do you do?
Oh. Okay. So when Bubba was saying what he was saying about the money and the churches and stuff, Clorinda had already come up behind him and was like, I find that disrespectful.
Bubba just shoots straight up. What? Looks around behind him. God dang it, bookworm! You gotta be announcing yourself when you come up behind somebody like that.
Why do I have to announce myself? He did it.
She's right, I didn't. It's a tornado of death, you know.
I thought we were sneaky. I thought that was what we were doing.
Bubba's just like gritting his teeth and just so fuming mad at this woman.
Wait, what are we doing? What do we do next?
Kyoba stands frozen next to you, staring at the building. And he says,
Is he familiar?
if we're gonna find any answers here, it's gonna be in there.
I start to come out of the building to let them know about that. And I come out and I see all of the blood. And I see Bubba covered in blood. And I'm like, did they pop?
More or less.
They fell down some stairs.
Bubba, are you okay? Is it your blood? Oh my gosh, is it your blood? She goes over and she's like ready to like
Mozzie, help me.
regenerate.
I'm wounded, Mozzie. Mozzie, I need you to help me.
Listen.
Mozzie.
Listen.
I can't feel my legs.
I can spend 3 hope right now and I can heal you. Do I need to heal you?
How much is it gonna cost?
3 hope.
No, now that you mention, I'm feeling a little bit better. But thanks for looking out for me.
I'm so sorry you got hurt.
What happened to them?
I don't know. Ask the man with the shell on his back. And Bubba just like hops away. He just hops away from Mozzie trying to trigger.
There's a locked door in there.
Oh. Need some picking now, do ya?
I mean, I don't, but the door does.
He's got a special lock-picking kit.
You have pick and pull.
Yeah.
I was just gonna kick it open. Or attempt to.
I mean, that works too.
Could you try that?
I think we need an attempt.
Oh, yeah.
But you're not Ozrin anymore.
I'm not Osmond anymore, baby.
So,
If you fail, I would love to use my experience.
Kyoba like squeezes his fists. Best we go in.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm just gonna say, are you okay?
No,
You don't seem right at all.
not okay. This is where I was intended to be murdered. It's not exactly somewhere I ever thought I would be wanting to go back into. But it is necessary. We must find any answers we can. So as you head in, you do indeed see like a entryway hallway, and leads to a door at the back that is locked. And if you would like to kick,
I'm gonna try to kick it down.
give me a strength check. Check your strength for me.
That's a lot of die. Which is 2 ways. Just the urge.
That is 13 with fear. I've got a backup plan.
Do it. Move the fear.
Um,
Move the fear.
Oh, yeah.
So, as you throw your trench coat back and lift to kick, you kick the door,
Oh, no.
and it bursts and flies open. And
Like, towards me?
no,
wow,
you
okay.
kick it in, you kick it open
Yeah.
pretty hard. But you feel something happen. Something magical happened. You don't know what. You don't see anything.
Oh, boy.
But it sent you someplace for a split second that you don't like. More emotionally, psychologically.
Oh.
Something happened. It's a sense. Maybe it's just paranoia from the guild. I don't know. But that was too easy. But then again, the door was rotted, so maybe it's nothing. Take a stress.
Well, that was a great feat of strength there, D-Man. How the heck have you been keeping them legs hidden for so long?
There's a lot you don't know about me, my friend.
Hey, I'm about to learn a little bit more.
Also, you never skip a leg day.
Leg day. That's good. So,
Peck leg day.
Kyoba kind of lightly steps past you, brushes past you a little bit, slowly enters the room. In the room is a wooden post, a few feet up, 3 or 4 feet up off the floor, like coming out of the floor, sticking straight up. Has blood all over it, ropes hanging from it. Next to it are some coiled ropes and metal devices, metallic devices, all covered in blood. What's your approach?
I'm gonna turn to the professor and I'm going to just put my leaf hand on him as an encouragement after seeing what he was tied to. And
he's gonna look down at you. Just an architect.
And then I'm going to use my wild touch and I'm going to grow a flower in my hand and I'm going to hand it to him.
That helps more than you know. And he's gonna like put it with his big long pointy ear.
I guess I'm just looking around the room, investigating, seeing if I can see any type of clues or anything.
Okay. Samesies?
Yeah, Bubba, he's kind of shocked by all of this. He doesn't like... He's okay with, like, a darker area, but if it's, like, out in the open, but if it's a confined, dark, creepy space, that's a no-go. So he's kind of, like, backing out a little bit, kind of like, well, I don't know if I like the sense of all of this. Something's giving me the heebie-jeebies, and, they got that fire going outside. I might just hang out.
Yes, go be a lookout.
Yeah, that's it. Great call, Deckard. I'll be the lookout for y'all.
Actually, I think I want to go out there too because I think I want to know what they know.
I want to go out and use my death touch.
Oh,
okay.
My death connection.
You've got a lot of information.
Well, it's only related to the last moments, which you know.
No.
Oh, it's not?
No. It is one memory from the corpse related to a specific emotion or sensation of your choice.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow it for sure. So the two of you head back out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to keep lookout for y'all. So let us know if you find anything.
It's okay to say you're scared.
I will never.
He's not scared. He's Bubba.
No, he's scared.
If I were so scared, would I have gone up to them group of goblins and those other creatures that I've never quite seen before? What?
Get, boy.
Go on now. Get. If I were so scared, do you think I would have approached those?
Yes. Fear is a perfectly valid emotion.
Clorinda, I can't hear a word you're saying right now.
She said fear is a perfectly valid emotion.
It is if I was ever scared, but I'm not. I'm going outside. I'm done with this conversation. Goodbye.
We'll get to you.
Mozzie, come on with me. Let's go sit by a fire.
Okay.
Maybe we can find some flies out here or something.
I gotta find one of these bodies slightly together.
So, the three of you who are staying in the
She
room,
thinks she knows best, but
all give me.
she doesn't.
Check your instincts for me, please. The three of you in the room.
Okay. That is a 22 with hope.
There it is.
Take that hope.
That's a 19 with hope.
Take that hope.
Whoop, there it is.
10 with hope.
Take that hope.
Yay! Nobody gave him fear.
Wow.
You get a hope.
As
you
if
get a
he
hope.
needs.
Yeah, I'm
I
really
know,
sure I'm
right?
short.
I just don't want to get that last one.
Deckard, you see, not where like some of those metallic instruments covered in blood are on a table next to the pillar, is a similar medallion. on the one that you found on the attacker. There is a scroll with a spell on it. Clorinda, you might recognize this as an illusion spell. Stuck to the scroll with dried blood is a lock of blue fur. Clorinda, you also find a letter signed to someone named Sister Rora.
R-O...
R-H-O-R-A-H. And you're welcome to read that aloud.
What does it say?
It says, I have discovered that the assembly is being moved to a city called Capra. Go there immediately, find somewhere out of sight to set up. I trust that your devoted follower will find a means of infiltrating the assembly undetected. I do not expect that they will call off the temple opening, but they will do so in fear. I am sending Brother Red to the temple. He has his orders. Once your task is complete, close your eyes, say a prayer to Baal. Your Baal. As you walk into the ocean, you will rise again, and it's signed K.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Rosca, you find 2 chests.
Yarr. Is it locked? Are they locked?
The one you open, you find a chest of gold.
Ooh.
Hey.
If you would be the one carrying it, mark it on your sheet.
Yarr.
That is equivalent to 10. So it's 10 handfuls to a bag, 10 bags to a chest.
That's 100 handfuls of gold.
So 2 chests were full.
We are
2 chests were
rich.
found.
We got so much money right now.
Quick math, brother.
One.
Swimming in booty.
One chest was gold.
Hey, got that right.
The other,
Don't open
do you want to go to the other one?
Yes.
Roll 2d12.
Definitely a mimic.
Right? Right?
It's definitely
Right?
Oh,
a
he's
mimic.
it's gonna be like
Wait.
whatever number it is, you get that thing, right? So it could be something really special.
Can I use my experience of getting that booty?
It's
Since
not
opening
locked.
this chest. Oh. Lost in the fog. I don't know.
2d12, please.
You're about to be cursed.
No, he's gonna be
This
fine.
is cursed.
What could-
If anyone gets cursed, it's Andy.
Yeah.
What
I don't
could
like
possibly
that.
be wrong with one? You get a treasure chest full of gold,
Is
and
this
the other
considered
one's also
stealing?
totally unlocked. Nothing bad could happen.
I mean, it's not his.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Roll with advantage then.
Well, actually, this is more of a. This is not a ability check roll. So save it
Okay.
and don't add them together. Tell me what they are individually.
The hope and the fear individually?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
need 2d12s.
Okay. That is an 8 with fear and a 12 with hope.
Okay, so we're not going to exchange any fears and hopes here.
Okay.
You got an 8 and a 12.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so inside this chest, you see a woven net.
Yarr.
It's a net that can be used to trap small creatures. To use it, make a finesse roll. On a success, the difficulty to break free is 16.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Nice.
And your other one was a 12.
Yes.
A 16 for a D20 or 2D12? 16.
It was a 20 altogether.
I just
So,
need
yeah.
2 individual numbers, so it's
Right.
an 8 and a 12.
And
right?
12 with the,
Okay.
yeah.
So you get the woven net, and I'll give you a slip for that later.
Oh, okay, thank you.
The other thing you find is an unstable arcane shard. Use a finesse to throw at a group of enemies within far range. Any you succeed against So we'll roll for each enemy that's in that cluster, so to speak. Any you succeed against takes a d20 magic damage. It's an arcane grenade, one-time use.
One-time use.
It's an arcane grenade. So
keep that.
I'm going to make a note of that.
The holy hand grenade.
The holy hand grenade.
You are gonna have to go to bed soon.
Those are the souls of the goblins that Russ.
Well, we're gonna stop by 9:30, so they can have an extended bedtime tonight. Hopefully, they'll sleep in past 6 a.m.
Not in my
Okay.
experience.
You also find in that second chest.
Gonna happen.
Elf eater. All right.
Elf eater. You find another note, also to Sister Rora. Says, "Don't forget to set the trap should anyone discover our intent." The chest slams shut, but nothing else happens.
That was strange.
It said something about setting a trap.
Best we be out of this room.
You head out.
Yes.
Okay. You head through the doorway down the entry hallway, and when you get to the front door of the chapel, you open it. Leads you right back into that room.
No!
I'm so glad
Barnacles!
that I went outside. I'm so glad that I went outside.
All right.
Me and Mossy
Wow, this is
chilling by
fascinating.
the
Some
fire,
kind of magic.
eating flies and telling stories to each other. Y'all are stuck inside this decrepit church, locked in perpetuity. Who knows how long?
I just want to see how long you can go.
Keep it
honestly.
going, baby. You're back in the room. What do you do?
Oh, bugger.
Would this type of magic be familiar to Corin?
Use the grenade, Auntie.
I'll blow up the house. And all like small spaces. Give me a knowledge roll.
Bleeds on everything. That's a crit?
No.
Oh. Oh, I saw two subs. Like, oh. Got excited there.
I'm just gonna be outside touching dead people.
17 with hope.
Take that hope. There are a few types of magic that can do something like this. It's definitely a form of illusionary magic. But you are physically in the room. It's just not too far off from the type of magic that was used to take on the persona of Dr. Kyoba.
Is there only one way in, one way out of this church?
There is the main door, then there's the hallway, and then the door into the room where you are. There's like a small square window on one of the walls. It's not big enough for any of you to fit through, unfortunately, but it's the wall that would be kind of like facing the water, facing the ocean. That's letting in some moonlight, but other than that, it's small, kind of cobblestone,
Do I
crumbly room.
see anything out of the ordinary?
Give me a... If you're trying to analyze, give me a knowledge roll.
And is everything clear outside?
Where you guys are?
Yeah, by the fire.
It's a quiet, bloody night where you guys are.
That is a critical success, my friend.
Ooh, snaps.
As you quickly look around the room, you notice the wall that has the window on it nearest the ocean looks of slightly different make than the rest of the room. And you can see some water trickling in between the bricks and the stone from the outside.
Kick the wall down.
You want to try and kick the wall down? It's your action,
There's
my
water
friend.
trickling in. See, that's the thing.
Do it. Are you scared now too?
I will say there is an open window on that wall, so the water level's somewhere, just not all the way up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
But the
kick
chapel
wall.
is built along the water
I'm
line.
gonna kick the wall. It's a rotten church.
Hey, go kick the wall. Make a strength check.
Oh, forget about it.
Check that strength, Deckard.
Kicking over here. That is
math ain't mathin'. 23 with fear.
Okay.
You were moving the fear before I
I
said it.
just felt right. I'm gonna spend 2 fear
Uh-oh.
as you once again flourish
Stop kicking things, bro.
your trench
need
coat
this.
back.
Mimical.
You
Kicking things.
lunge your foot forward and kick. And as you do, your foot hits nothing. What the two of you see is Deckard disappears into the wall. He kicks into nothing.
Ah!
Oh, that can't be good.
He vanished.
Oh dear.
He's like me.
If I were to yell, could they hear me?
That's what I was about to.
Do you yell?
Yes. Rosca, Clarenda, can you hear me?
Do we hear them?
Can Bubba?
You hear nothing.
Can Bubba or Mozzie hear him?
Yeah.
You two hear and see nothing.
Oh man!
Ah! Oh no!
Son of a!
It's like the,
Open
it's
the
like
portal
the cube again.
Yes, it's the cube. That's okay. I will go be in my purgatory real quick. I'll be right back.
So
I want to see how they get out of this.
Outside.
Well, you two decide what to do. You two are sitting outside of the campfire, Bubba and Mozzie. Bubba, you're taking a seat on one of the
I'm sitting
logs
there.
there
Yeah,
next to the
Bubba's
fire?
just chilling like a villain.
What we see is you are sitting in front of the fire, warming up. Next to you is one of the corpses, severed at the waist, who just happened to land, like, right next to you. Just sitting right next to you. Just
And that's the one
Okay.
Mozzie decides to use to get her death connection.
Okay. Is it a spellcast roll, or you can just do it?
Yeah, it's a. I have to just mark a stress.
Okay.
So I'm marking my stress. And then
Quit yawning.
Sorry, man.
I
Breaking that
want
seal.
to get a memory in regards to the capture of Kyoba. Like, I'm trying to get any information.
Kyoba.
Kyoba, excuse me. I'm trying to see if there's like any information that came about during that time
Okay.
that we need to know about.
Cool. Yeah, so you catch a memory from one of the goblins that you see him and his companions sulking around in the reeds and in the taller like shrubbery nearby. What they see is a figure exit the chapel. Woman. Long dark hair over her face. Hood. Robe. She walks to the water's edge. They watch as she takes her hood down, removes the overcoat robe. She looks up at the moon, closes her eyes. And a second later, she starts walking until her head dips below the waterline. They stand and they wait and they watch, swords drawn, ready for a fight. She never comes back. There's no one else in the chapel. They take it as their opportunity to start setting up a camp and raid the place.
They didn't do anything. It wasn't them. There's another body, but it's in the ocean.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured they didn't do nothing. They said they just got in here, but I guess they lied about the gold they had, so.
Yeah.
So what do you suspect? There's someone else?
There is. It's a woman. Long dark hair and a hood. She killed herself.
pretty grim.
And I don't know if it was recent enough for me to even try to go into that ocean and find it.
Well,
Maybe the others found something. They should be
If they
coming
f-
out soon.
if they found something, they'd let us know. I don't think
Yeah.
we need to go inside and check on them.
Yeah.
Speaking
I mean-
of the others,
I mean, that's just common sense right there. Strong, capable people.
I mean, we're
You know.
fine out here, and I'm sure they're gonna come out any second.
Right,
Like there
right.
wasn't that much.
And we
going
gotta
on
stay out here to keep lookout anyways. Come
Yeah,
on. Don't
yeah,
be ahead
I
of yourself,
mean-
Mozzie.
I mean, we already saw these guys. I mean, who else could come up? You know, right?
And
Right?
hey, we can take them.
Yeah,
Wait, we can take them.
that's so right.
That's right.
Maybe I can turn into a spider again. That'd be fun.
For you, I guess.
what are the two of you doing?
Roscoe, remember what I taught you?
Oh, the breathing, right?
Right.
All right. Through the chest.
I asked if I was familiar with this kind of magic. Can I recall any way to get out of here? If I read it in a book.
Sure. Give me a knowledge roll at disadvantage.
Can I use my experience at bookwork?
Of course you can. So you can still roll at disadvantage, but spend a hope to add your experience. Okay. Wait, is bookworm an experience?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep. So spend that hope.
With fear.
Well, with disadvantage, nice.
Yeah, it's a great roll. The one thing that comes to mind is slightly troublesome. You do remember how to get out of here. But the only way to dispel this magic is to have casted this magic.
Well, that's not good.
Hmm.
The only way to get out of here is to have casted this magic.
You didn't cast it, and I certainly didn't
No.
cast it. We don't just use rain of blades on everything.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
As you are deliberating, you begin to feel a strong gust of wind coming in from that small window in the wall. And it begins to swirl around the room. And as the wall begins to shake, the wind begins to feel like it's coming from that entire side of the room. So much so that you can barely hold on. And it's swirling around the room and pulling you in toward it. And give me strength checks.
All right. It's a crit.
Dang, Andy, what the heck?
3.
20 with hope.
Wow, take that hope.
Let's go,
Take hope,
y'all.
clear stress.
Let's go, y'all.
So as the wind is swirling around, you both manage to you grab onto the post. Kyoba is sliding toward the wall as he has been frantically looking around. As he's frantically looking around the room, trying to find any lever or any sort of physical mechanism that might make sense of this whole thing.
Could I just like stab the pillar with one of my daggers and like, is he within like reaching distance?
No, not to you. But you do manage to grab onto the post and your cape is flapping in the wind. And you see Kyoba come past you, skidding and sliding down the wall. And he tries to brace himself on the wall. And whoop, goes right through it. What do you grab onto?
Your axe.
Something metal?
Hmm.
You said there were like. You said there were like.
Oh, the
coils
music
and
fills
stuff
the
in
room.
There were coiled ropes on the floor and some like metal utensils on the table.
Okay, so I think Clorinda grabs the rope and like she grabs one that's like tied to something, I guess.
Okay.
Something new,
Um,
something borrowed.
as you grab the rope, it's tied to the post that Roska's on, and you look up at Roska and you can see that as you're like kind of like in the wind, the rope is starting to fray along the edge of his cutlass. What do you do?
So I'm holding on. She's holding on.
She's holding onto a rope that's being cut by your sword
Oh no.
as it's on its hilt, or whatever it's sheathed.
Can I grab the end of the rope that, like, below the point that it's starting to get frayed?
Sure. Okay. Give me a finesse roll.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
All right. Remind me of disadvantage. Wait, you subtract a d6?
Yep.
Okay.
You can shake it all night long. It's not going to make any difference, buddy.
Crit.
Apparently it does make a difference.
Let's go, Andy.
That's like
so.
I don't know what's going on here.
I don't
take
either.
it.
You
I'm not
just winning
complaining.
tonight.
Crit master.
Charlie Sheen over here.
So just as
winning.
Tiger play.
so just as
Winning.
Winning.
you can almost see like the ties of the rope like kind of breaking off as it's going strand by strand, cutting on your sword. You manage to reach down and you grab the rope just as it severs. And you're now holding on to the rope that Clorinda's holding on. You have now left the floor. The gust of wind around you is so strong that you're holding onto the post. It's like the end of Alien. Where did that go? Oh. And thank you.
Yep.
And you're holding onto the rope. And it's getting increasingly tiresome to hold on, and the gust is not letting up.
Can I reach the pole?
You want to try and climb the rope?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. You can make... Actually, it's going to have to be a contested strength roll, because as you climb the rope, it's pulling on Roska.
Lovely.
So both of you make a strength roll.
All right.
I'll just make it a straight roll this time. Is it another crit? Bro.
What is happening?
I don't know.
I don't even believe it anymore.
This is bizarre. This is bizarre.
Well, I got 12.
Crits are ruining my plan.
It's okay. I'm in purgatory.
Yeah, thank God
You
you
got
and
that.
Kyoba are gone. No, I'm totally
Just chilling
kidding.
by a fire.
Um,
I know what y'all want
I'm
from
gonna slice
I got
3 out.
In a second, we're
12
gonna
with
start
fear.
songs, campfire songs.
Right.
So you're holding on tight. In fact, you managed to pull your arm even closer to you to get a better hold on the rope.
Yeah.
As you are reaching up, the gust kind of swirls around you, and you slip just a little bit back, and you lose some of your progress. And the gust is so strong that the structure around you that is not magical is beginning to crumble, and it's beginning to lose its fortitude around you, and some of the walls and the bricks are falling apart, and a beam from the ceiling falls and hits the rope to where there's now a beam that has hit the rope between the two of you. So it's an obstacle. You can't pull her closer. Now a beam has pinned the rope to the floor. You're still kind of on the other side, like up in the air, and then it's kind of coming up on the other side of the beam where you're holding onto with the post. What are we doing?
Can I keep trying to climb?
Sure, you can do a strength check.
That's a crit.
Dang.
So
Yo-ho's came to play.
Yeah, y'all don't mess around.
You better save us next time because we're not gonna do this.
You
We're gonna lose all of it.
you manage to reach the beam, and it's a heavy wooden beam, so it's not being blown around. In fact, it gives you a handhold to kind of center yourself and gain a little bit of stability.
Still, we're doing well, but We do.
Roscoe, what should we? I'm like shouting, Roscoe, what should we do?
More of the space around you begins to fall apart as Bubba and Mozzie start to notice the building is starting to crumble.
Do you hear that?
And there's a slight rumble, and you can see some of it's like some dust and stuff kind of billowing out from the windows from the inside.
Yeah, it kind of looks like things are not going so great.
Should we help?
Well, we can take a look around, I guess, and see if we can do something. I'm not a structural engineer or nothing, so I don't know how to handle.
I just don't think that buildings are supposed to do that.
Well, I've never seen one before do this, so you're probably right. Okay, yeah, let's.
Can they hear us?
Roscoe!
Nope. You hear nothing from each other.
Deckard! Lorinda? Professor!
Maybe scream it a little bit louder. Maybe they hear you this time.
Yeah, I think I don't know if we should go in though, because it doesn't look safe. But at the same time, I don't want them to die.
Well, let's just open the front door then and not go inside.
Brilliant. Let's do it.
Hey. Hey. All right.
Who's opening the door?
Bubba. I'll open the door.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a strength check. Mozzie, give me a strength check.
Can I use my experience, dadgummit?
I have a -1 in
Sure.
strength.
Spend a hope to add that experience.
You too.
Okay.
Yes, I 11 with hope.
Okay.
Maxed out on hope.
Oh, 11, 12, 13 with fear.
Okay. As soon as you open the door, this powerful force of wind hits you back and then pulls you both in as you go stumbling into the building, one over each other, and rolling into the room. I will ask for a finesse roll with disadvantage from each of you.
Okay.
I think I had the right idea here, guys.
I was thinking the same thing.
Chillin'
Oh
purgatory.
my god, I'm going to die. What? That was a 2. Hold on. -1.
Are you serious?
What? Ow.
9 with hope.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, with fear. -1 with fear.
Oh my gosh. That's the worst.
Wait, was it? It was finesse, right?
Yes.
Okay, well then, not 9, 10.
Sorry, 0 with fear.
What a relief. Oh, that just saved your life. So the two of you go rolling, tumbling, smacking into things into the wall, and you two first see Mozzie fly past you and disappear into the wall.
Oh no.
And then what you hear a big I don't have one. You hear a big thud, boom, and you look, and here comes an unconscious Bubba, like frog limb, just smacking into everything as he hit something on his way in, and he's flapping in the wind, disappears in the wall. Mark a stress
Yeah, that's valid.
and a hit point.
Oh no.
That's valid. I rolled a 0, guys.
As you take, just for 3 points of bludgeoning damage, but
Yeah,
you got it. You
that's-
got it. You got it.
Gross, dude.
Mm.
What?
Just from opening a door.
Maybe we-
Next time we let them die.
Yeah,
Are
next
you
time.
thinking what I'm thinking? I think you're thinking what I'm thinking.
Possibly.
Clarinda, let's go.
No, I didn't.
I wanted so desperately for them to let the professor go.
Coyote's
Wait,
already
he's already
gone.
gone. He's already gone.
He's in there.
Dang it, never mind.
So you let go of the rope.
I mean, all our friends are there.
He just does a cannonball into it, yeah. Like, arr.
All of those crits.
Yeah.
Rosca,
Or are they?
you come tumbling into a room. It looks like an octagonal room, big open room. You quickly look around. You see Clorinda. You see Deckard looking around. Kyoba is just standing there, just not making any quick moves. Mozzie's kind of starting to stand up. Bubba lay on the floor unconscious, drooling and still bloody from all the guys outside.
It's not my blood.
Yeah, a little bit of your own blood.
Decker's
little
just
bit now, yeah.
Decker's just over Bubba, slapping him on the face. Come on, get up, get up.
Don't go to the
There's flies here.
As you all look around the space,
Still passed out.
you can see mirrors along the walls. And upon closer inspection, all the mirrors are casting false reflections.
Not so fun house.
You hear a noise coming from the other side of the room, and you all look and you see about 3 or 4, like, marionettes dancing.
Oh no, I don't like that.
But instead of strings, it's their own veins pulled out of them, holding them up.
That's so cool.
They're wearing porcelain masks, and in the eye sockets, who would gaze upon this creature?
I'm passed out.
Oh, I would definitely look at. Well, when you say gaze, see, this is where.
It's just a question. I swear.
Do you mean
Who would gaze upon
contact?
Medusa's eyes?
Yes.
Right?
No eye
I
contact.
would,
I've
I
been
would
cursed way too
definitely
many
be
times.
just like taking it all in.
Yeah, a broad look.
A broad look.
Not a eye look.
I'm not.
Sorry.
I think Clorinda would probably be very curious.
The two of you are pretty well drawn in, and you learn very quickly that in the eye sockets of their porcelain masks, if you look long enough, you begin to witness your own death. You also see, we might find out, you also see a body, human-sized, strung up on a medieval torture device. Body's made up to look like a court jester of sorts. And you hear a voice on the air. You feel that same swirl of wind, but only briefly. Are you still unconscious?
Yeah.
And you just see frog limbs for a second.
Oh no! Oh no!
Because of the wind.
It's like the Kermit.
And you hear, as that wind swirls past you, you can hear on the breeze, "You're not supposed to be here." And as the laughter begins to swirl louder and louder and louder, so does the wind, and it begins to swirl around the room, and you all collectively begin to lift up off the floor. And the wind is so strong and so loud you can't even hear each other talk. And you all just see Bubba's lifeless, unconscious body start to lift up higher than you. And as you look up, you're all lifting with this gust, and it's lifting you higher and then faster. And you look up, and it's a stained glass ceiling that you're approaching rather quickly.
I am going to use my beast form, and I am going to turn into a spider again.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the web slinger to make a web so we're not gonna get hit.
And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna shoot the stained glass.
Amazing. Okay.
I'm gonna bust right through it.
Yeah, you are.
Withdraw my shell.
Web slinger.
You actually have an ability to do that, don't you? Like, it's a
Yeah, but I
mechanic.
take a stress and I can withdraw my shell.
So good.
It's resilient enough to support one creature. So maybe I'll
Save
just
Bubba.
yeah, I'm gonna use it to keep Bubba with us.
Okay, so
'Cause
kind of
it-
wrangle
yeah.
him in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you turn into a spider. You cast your web. You have to mark stress or anything to do that.
I could, or I can use 3 hope, and that's what I did.
Okay,
That's
right on.
Nice.
So you kind of,
Feature.
and it latches onto Bubba, and it kind of pulls it just as hard, and pulls him in and reels him into you guys. Just full Kermit the Frog, and you begin to approach the ceiling so fast. You draw your weapon, you shoot, but no glass shatters. The bullet goes right through it.
Love that.
No glass except bloop, bloop, bloop. You get hit in the face with water. And just as you're about to hit the ceiling, it turns into the surface of water right before your eyes, the second before you hit it. You're all now swirling around in water. Very quickly, everybody check your instinct for me. Instinct roll.
That is 17 with fear.
Okay.
16 with fear.
Also 16 with fear.
2 4s. Crit.
Oh, crit.
Nice.
9 with fear.
Okay.
Then I'm a spider in water.
Yeah.
I'm a turtle. in
So
water.
what did you roll again?
16.
16, 16, 17, 9, crit. Okay. Clorinda, you're the first to see the moonlight shining through the surface of the water, and you're able to kind of get your bearings and kind of sense what's up and what's down, what's top and bottom, and kind of begin to swim as hard as you can toward that surface. I will allow you that on your way up, you're passing your companions. You see a spider, you see Deckard, they're all kind of swirling and struggling. I will allow you to grab one to take with you on a crit.
Well, technically, I'm attached to Boa.
You are indeed.
If that helps your decision.
And Bubba is unconscious.
I feel like these two are very capable, so I am gonna grab Mozzie in this.
Okay, so you grab the spider. Bubba just
Along for the ride.
kind of just is being brought up with that web. You burst through, and you can see as you look around, one side, infinite ocean, and then the other side is the building you were in. You're about 20 feet off the shoreline. You two, you also, I will say you are saved by seeing Clorinda, a spider, and Bubba all collectively heading in a direction. You kind of like, but it takes you a minute because you're a shelled turtle. You've got a big heavy trench coat. It takes you a second, like you're just using all the strength to get to the top. You're running out of air, and you follow her, and you do manage to break through the surface, but you each take a stress.
Once I know Bubba is up on the surface with us, I'm gonna drop out of spider form.
Okay.
Just so I don't have trouble in the water.
Yeah, because plants are notoriously good at swimming.
It's better odds than a spider.
A second later, you all look
Hey,
around.
I saved your life.
I can
realize-
breathe underwater. I can breathe underwater. It's fine.
You realize you're all missing someone.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, dang. Blue Man Group. We left him.
You do see kind of just get to the surface, and you can see him floating there. Currently, at the moment, unmoving.
I will grab onto him and swim him to shore.
Okay. So you grab him, set him next to Bubba on the sand.
I'm just gonna, instead of CPR, I'm gonna give him the people's elbow.
That's
Well, actually,
Hey, that's wrap. That's it for tonight.
I could. I mean, it's gonna clear me out, but I could hit him with regeneration, which will clear 1d4 hit points.
On Kyoba or Bubba?
Kyoba, I already saved his butt. He's fine.
1d4 hit points? Do you roll that or do I?
You can.
Did he
It
take?
doesn't specify.
Like, how many hit points did he
He
take?
took 2 hit points.
Oh, he took 2 of them.
So I'm out of hope, so let's hope. Let's hope. I roll with hope from now on.
3.
Good.
Kyoba's healed up. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So, You all reach the sand. For better or for worse, taking deep breaths, trying to come to grips with what you just witnessed. Luckily, there is a bonfire nearby.
Hey.
Still warm and crackling. As 2 of your companions are unconscious, and you all have some explaining to do. I'm counting down the die. 3 days have passed. And that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
My God, 3 days.
You now have 1 week, 7 days. 1 week, they look at me. Till the temple opening in Windrock. Till next week.
Jim and Christmas is right.
Sheesh. 3 days.
But hey, that chest, huh? Yeah. We're
Is
rich.
Oh, he's got money. Maybe.
Yeah, not so fun house.
I have a feeling that's not the last we've seen of that room.
What you got? Did you find your toy?
With the awesome marionettes. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was insane.
That was sick. That was sick. I love
All I
that.
could think of when
so
you were
much.
saying that, I'm like, you always say we're such a family-friendly podcast. I'm like, I don't think that that's family-friendly.
We're not dropping F-bombs.
There's some,
But there's going to be some dark themes.
some spooky
Very
themes.
dark.
Yeah, that's
What
all
was
we got.
going on with you tonight? Oh my
I did,
god.
dude. 5,
Okay,
6
for-
crits, I think.
3 in a row?
That was
For the
very-
gram, Andy, I need a good. I got a million crit picture. There you go.
You friggin' crit machine
That was
tonight.
nuts.
Well done.
Man.
We're living in the Cretaceous period.
Oh.
He gets advantage on his next roll.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode. Listen in next week as we continue on our Daggerheart adventure.